It is time for Zebra, Zebra, Zebra. Hello everyone, it's SK95. Welcome back to more Donkey Kong Bonanza. Let's dive. We managed to complete the Kong Bonanza rehearsal, allowing us to gain access to a new upgrade and eventually the Golden Kong Bonanza skill, allowing us to get Golden Punch eventually. This time, we're going to be doing Zebra Bonanza. Just forewarning, this is quite possibly one of the more challenging ones of all the rehearsals. So if you're not ready for it, make sure to practice of Zebra Bonanza, and then you'll be good to get going of this. Otherwise, let's get started. Okay. DK, what are you doing? Okay. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by again, cool customers.
It's good to see you again, Elder. So, hey.
You can chill, brah. No need to say it. I pride myself on knowing exactly what our returning customers are craving. I whipped up a custom menu to help you dream up a new idea for a song. Hope you're hungry for Bananza rehearsal. Got it. Oh, you already know. Then we're good to go, bruh. Quick gut check first, bruh. You need to have eaten 350 bananas before you rush into Zebra Bonanza rehearsal. Once you're ready for rehearsal, just catch my attention and say the word. I have fun saying it like a zebra. We have already overshot it, so we're fine. What can I treat you to today? Quick gut check first, bro. You need to have eaten 350 bananas before you rush into the Zebra Bonanza rehearsal. Let's see how hungry you've been. Oh, I've been starved. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're so ready for this rehearsal, bruh. This is gonna be real hard if you haven't learned all the Zebra Bonanza skills. You still good to go, bruh? Start the rehearsal. Then order up. Time for a souped up serving of Bananza rehearsal. Zebra Elder's rehearsal hall for Bananza rehearsal for Zebra is quite possibly the most frustrating one in the game. Same rule applies. You're always going to have access to your Zebra form and not be able to de-transform. In fact, you can even see that you cannot de-transform entirely. So, with this one in particular, it's based on a race. You're going to have to move really fast and get used to the ability to charge dash as fast as possible. If you're not used to it, I'll be blunt, you might want to get used to it very quickly. Now, outright speaking, I'm ignoring what he's saying because honestly, it's pretty obvious what he's talking about. Every single one of these is a race to the finish. Finish with 20 more seconds, you can get an extra banana. Bruh. So, our special today is also a bonus balloon challenge, which also is another thing that we always get in these rehearsal halls. Now, all of them are on the route. Now, what the game never tells you is this. You can charge dash up the wall. Yeah, there's no indicator about this at all in the game whatsoever, because there's never really opportunity to do it at all in the slightest in the game. And now we're basically being introduced to do it. Yeah, I don't get it either. There are some moments that you can do this in the other parts of the game, but really, it's not that often. Now, you can actually charge jump and jump immediately to do so. It's very simple and do so. However, when you charge dash, you lose any sort of ability to turn left and right too easily. As you painfully can see, I've been getting suckered for it. All right, let's go. Let's keep going. Now head to the right so you can actually climb up. Whoop. Oppa! Oppa! And oppa! Let's go to there. Over 20 seconds left. There we go, 2 bananas. Now, if you failed that at all for under 20 seconds, going under 20 seconds entirely, this fractone here will allow you to go back to the beginning of the actual race. And this includes every single challenge for the bananas. This means you don't have to worry about exiting the entire stage just to completely get back to the end of this. So, yeah, there's a benefit of this, but there's also a screw about it because Zebra Bonanza one is the most difficult one in the game for a reason. With some exceptions, since it's the last rehearsal. So, this challenge stage of 50 Smash is easy. All you gotta do is dash, roll into it, and then run. Running will allow you to destroy the actual cement, and then you'll be destroying it entirely. Where the 50 Smash blocks, really. There's no real terrain name for them entirely, but The only thing you might want to be warned about is you cannot climb on slippery surfaces, but you can dash up it. Reason being is your legs are allowing you to just basically avoid it. Well, not quite, as you painfully can see. I'm not dashing up it, and I'm just stuck sliding down. Yeah, it's one of the things that I don't care about. Really, there's no opportunity to actually use it, because in terms of argument, when you want to actually move vertically easy at all, as soon as you get snake, vertical movement is your friend. And you have turf jump anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Honestly, when it comes to all the power-ups and ducking on Bananza, Zebra Bananza is possibly the most least used in the game. Only because there's not many opportunities except of the final part in the actual against King of Rot. And other things like that nature. Earl de Ours is using Shifty Stone again. We're going to be using this in order to get across, getting across to it entirely and not failing it. If you fail it and mess up, immediately go and back to that fractone and you'll be able to get back to your progress. I will likely have to do this because the game is going to be very funny to me. Do not do your dash run. Believe me when I say this. Doing that is hard to control, and I'd rather not recommend it entirely because, as you painfully can see, I am going to likely have some trouble moving around. There we go, and then smack you, smack you, smack you, smack you, and smack you. Macka, and smack thee. And climb, 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 climb. Boom, boom. And whoop. Whoa, boy. Game. Why is roll always screw me over? Well, I'm going back to square one again because the roll decided to screw me over for no blasted reason in the planet. Again. I'll be right back when I get past the 20-second marker because I really don't want to do this entire thing again just to do so. The only reason I failed is because I slipped off the ledge. There we go. I was wondering do not rush roll when it comes to that section, you'll be good to go. So, outright speaking, ironically enough, Zebra Bananza's the actual smallest and shortest in the game, only if you do not count having to redo things. Believe me when I say this, I've beaten this thing in like 10 minutes. This Shifty Smash is different. Guess what they're doing? Cannons, but instead of just normal cannons, the trails they fire are water. Make sure you keep running while you're doing this, otherwise you'll fall through the water and you'll basically fall to the bottom again. Like that. Unfortunately, timing is bad, so I have to redo the whole thing again because I am not chancing my luck about that entirely. I really don't. Please just smash it. Unfortunately, I have to wait a bit because there's no real way to actually, get to it in time with easy access to it because believe me, it does suck. You can technically punch in order to midair just in order to stall your movements in midair. It's one of the better ideas I'd have for that entirely. But beyond that, rolling is not a safe option when it comes to this Shifty Smash. Although, to be fair though, punching in midair does stall, it's not that long of a stall. This is where I've usually used a lot of my balloons, only because this damp dodge and dash is good, but the entirety of the Zebra Bananza haul is a pain in the neck. Now, you're probably wondering if I can ever afford the dang amounts needed to actually get the Golden Bananza's abilities. You can. It's not impossible. You basically have to grind up a lot of chips, though, in order to do so. And this is why I've been keeping it on with the dang tie. Because it's very easy. Kong Bananza is probably the area that you'd probably have an easier time getting more chips. Shocking Culpino is, well, a side-scroller. And instead of normal, you're basically going across water and making sure you dodge electricity. If you do not move in the water, you will sink. Basically, you want to make sure you sink only when you need to. Nothing else. And stop here. And whoop. And up. Up. And keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Keep running, running around. And stop. Oh, crud. Oh, crud. CK. Trying to realign myself is not helping me. A realigning is not exactly helping me that much. Okay, I'm gonna zap myself for it, but it's fine. Dash! Now, big worry entirely. You could miss the timing if the cannon does last too long. So you might want to make sure you're careful about how long you have in timing on your cannon fire. Because if you get there exactly at 20 seconds, you will automatically get there at 17. So do not bother. If you fail that, immediately just try to make sure you don't fall for it immediately. Otherwise, that Fractone is there in order to swap it again. This Shifty Smash is different. Up a tower of water. Now, you can run on water, but if you jump repeatedly, you can actually keep running on water. Just basically keep going in circles, and then you can actually make it to the top. See? Very simple and straightforward. It's honestly one of the more confusing puzzles if you're not used to running on water and climbing at the same time. I'd honestly say it's one of the more challenging ones. But Splashy Ascent is not exactly as hard as you may make it out to be. I remember having to practice this one and do this one a lot. It was not fun for me. Now, the next one is honestly one of the developers' biggest jerk moves. Yeah, that dang tile is not exactly helping, is it? This tile will basically destroy itself as soon as you touch it, and you want to make sure you clear a pathway you can actually get across. Big warning, if you step in the middle of it, you'll be good to make a longer pathway. Now, this is entirely, I repeat, entirely exhausting to do. Now, keep in mind you can roll, but outright speaking, you don't want to roll too much, because if you do, you're hopping, and as a result, you're basically going to fall to the pit, and you'll waste precious time you don't need to lose. Now, this is honestly probably my least favorite part of it, but you can actually run up immediately. Whoa, DK, do not do this again. I hate when he does that. I really do. Where he decides to immediately just, you know, run immediately. It's not fun. I don't understand why he does it. I don't like it either. Now, the balloon itself is honestly in a pretty annoying spot. Okay, there we go, there we go. Ow, DK. Well, I'm gonna get the balloon at least, but I'm probably gonna make sure I don't get the dang timer. DK keeps getting smacked, no reason at all. DK? Thank you. Okay, I'm not gonna make it. I'm definitely not gonna make this. The stupid laser made me screw over, and it's literally why I'm doing it. I'm gonna likely just gonna... Yep, I'm gonna likely... Yep, there I go. It was seriously that easy as soon as I didn't hold forward. Oh, great. Now I feel like slapping myself in the face. On the plus side, I'm not showing that footage, but still. At least we're done with that one, and we're finally free of it. There we go. Now, outright speaking, this Shifty Smash is different. You're probably thinking, it's normal, right? Wrong. Guess what? It may look normal, it may seem normal, it may act normal, but in actuality, it's not normal in the slightest. You're gonna want to make sure there's a little bit of a pathway so you can actually continue going to the Shifty Smash target. Okay, there we go. Him constantly rolling is not helping, and honestly, I should probably stop rolling, but to be perfectly honest, I felt like I underestimated myself, and I need to do that anyway, so... Part of the course, really. Also, getting the balloons is probably one of the things that screws me over. Thankfully, though, the finale of all of that dang nonsense of Shifty Smash and Switcheroo nonsense is more kind compared to the other ones. Of course, it just means you have to make sure you know what terrains you use. Otherwise, you'll be screwed. And we're just launching our... Yeah, I'm pretty sure... A lot of this is just a lot of dead space. There's nothing to do, and really is sad that it's like that, but can't really do much about it. Now, that wall is, of course, the wall you think of. You start off 99 seconds, and you need to blow up the spec concrete with gold. The game is honestly telling. So, 99 seconds. Yeah, do not overestimate yourself. The thing is long as heck. You want to do dash charges immediately as soon as you land. You can actually punch while doing it, and it's honestly pretty entertaining to do, but it's not necessary in the slightest. Okay. 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 Yeah, I'm not gonna burn my butt repeatedly on this because the game likes being funny. spikes. What? No problem. DK, will you please smack down repeatedly? It's not hard. It's not even remotely difficult. I don't know why you do this every time. And there's the last balloon. We finally got the CD. I don't care anymore. I'm out of here. Okay. Okay, whatever. I just want to run. Please. This is obnoxious. I really don't like this last one because it does this. Before you ask, you know you can't see the actual exit. Now, this is where it gets interesting. And now. And get to the end. We're good. We got every single banana here. Okay. Now, I heard CDs. And yes, I do see 2 of them. I must get Plant Core Half and Half Out and Serpentine Battle. This is where a lot of your chips will come in from this area, but really, it's not as necessary as may appear to be perfectly honest. That is annoying, but at least the last one I didn't have to redo. Yes, I hurt myself repeatedly. You can do no damage with this, but I've never been good at it, to be perfectly honest. I have tried repeatedly to do no damage, and it has never worked for me. Only because DK's Zebra Bananza physics are not exactly the most fun in the world to do with. Ironically enough, based on the footage, I likely am going to be having not to worry about this so much. Your Zebra Bananza rehearsal is all finished, bruh. Let's dance back on to the real world to cool down.
Way to go, DK. Wow, that training was rough. And I didn't even get inspiration for a new song out of it. But I did practice singing the lyrics as clearly as I could. So maybe that'll help me get better at enunciating when I sing.
You can now learn the Golden Zebra Bananza skill. And the duplicate ancient record has now appeared.
Well, let's go talk to another elder.
Alright, so let's go to the other elder. Now, I might as well mention this. This tile doesn't really do all that much. With some exceptions being it only serves to destroy things that are not usually destroyable. Such as super strong concrete or whatnot. Really, that's the only benefit that you get from the tiles in question. And I'd likely say outright, it's not exactly well worth the effort. Meantime, though, let's head over to where we need to go next. Let's go back to the Warped Gong, which, ironically enough, is back up at the very top. Again, I'd rather use the Warped Gong, and instead, let's go over to Ostrich Bananza once again. Alright, Ostrich Bananza, ironically enough, is probably one of the ones that you're going to have the most fun with. Welcome back. I've been waiting for your visit. Bleh. Welcome back. I've been waiting your visit.
It's good to see you again, Elder. So, hey.
No need to say a word. I have already prepared the thing you most desire. An extraordinarily experience, sure to draw forth a new song from within you. I call it Bananza Rehearsal. Let's go. I should have known you'd be quick on the uptake. Now, if you want to get into my Ostrich Bananza extravaganza, you must have eaten 400 bananas. So come squawk with me when you're ready to take flight. Let us squawk with her and ready to take flight. How may I assist you? Bananza Rehearsal. Now, if you want to get in my Ostrich extravaganza, you must have eaten 400 bananas. And you, my most honored guests, you are cleared for takeoff, so shake your tail feathers and give it a try. Be warned, the full power of Ostrich Bananza will elude you if you haven't mastered all the skills. Start the rehearsal. It's Bananza Rehearsal time. Let's fly! Returning with Ostrich Bananza is more flights. Now, ironically enough, you're going to be using a different trick in round than this one. You will be gliding, and you'll be flapping your wings. However, you will also be using turf jump. So, yeah, make sure you're used to it, and you'll be good to go. You can glide through this section very easy. The spiked concrete is pretty much a threat. Do not touch it, and you'll be good to go. Now, ironically enough, this area is a lot of dirt. You can grab all this dirt and immediately use it to, well, turf jump and, hello. Come here. Come here. There we go. And you can actually do this in midair and actually continue your flight. It's ironically enough one of the most beneficial things you can do so. And like last time, you have balloons in progress in order to get access to a thing and a thing. Now, this one actually does indeed have a hidden fan. You can get the balloon. Keep in mind, though, this balloon can be tricky for those who are not used to it. Thankfully, though, your eggs can blow it up for the actual fan right here. Oh, I'm going to just flap my wings again, and we're going to glide over to the fan and get our balloon in question. Yes, 4 more to go. And let's go and land. We're looking fly, all right. All right, off to a flying start. Now, wake up. I'm going to get you in on a little secret, honored guests. This is the elder subconscious. Real as I may seem, I am but a figment of her imagination. This is a winged circus bouncy bounce park, and Tower of Turbulence you'll encounter here. Why the elder's dreams of building facilities like this in the eggshell hotel someday. Can you imagine? No, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to. Now, in order to get to where the elder is, you need to get to the Tower of Turbulence. You must top the Tower of Turbulence if you want an audience with the elder you desire. This tower is very slippery indeed. You'll need a barrel can to make it up there. Head to that direction to find one constructone, head to the other to find the other constructone. Just be forewarned, you will not be able to get up there without the constructones. Convince most constructones to make the journey here, and you'll be sure to build you a suitable barrel cannon. Visit them in whichever order you like. Will we all be feathered best to your guess? As you see, the tower is massive. There's no way to cheese it. Believe me, there is not. Now, you technically can find a lot of secrets here if you actually take the time to look for them. If you go this way, as you see, that familiar enemy we all know and love. The guy who slides and makes anything on them. For him, it's ice. Let him slip, and then immediately go ahead and punch him overboard. You want to actually aim for this island over here. Now, the reason being is actually there are some secrets here you want to grab. Yes, there's actually a lot of hidden bananas here, and unlike regular stages, the hidden bananas here are easier to get. Bombs away, and let's go up here, and as you see, there's something to goo gum, and there's also dirt. You're gonna want to do this is to fly and aim and throw goo gum. Yeah, it's one of the weirder things you have to get used to. You can do that as well. It's one of the things no one explains about it, but it is there nonetheless. What do you think, breeding in a birdcage? Yes, quite. Enough for a golden bonanza skill. We can get a new one. Now, there are a lot of golden bonanza skills. Zebra, I would not recommend all that much. Break brass and charge ashes will create golden terrain on the actual terrain itself. One downside, though, is it's not likely the best and most controllable in the game. You're better off with the golden punch. It basically turns terrain into pure gold, which is actually easier and has a wider radius. We'll know what that does in a little bit and deal with it later, but in the meantime, though, we're supposed to be going onto our main direction. Let's go back over to where that dang enemy was and actually aim for the dang constructone. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Come here. Haha, bye-bye, sucker. As you say, ice. Now, you're supposed to thinking, oh, I can just do that normally. Nope. You can actually do this. Okay. Maybe I overestimated my abilities. Maybe I did. Now, ironically enough, time to glide again, and let's go up to the top. And this time, I recommend turf jumping again. This way you can get your extra height in order to get up to the side and glide over to all the gold is. It's honestly easier to do that, and honestly, I enjoy it. Now, outright speaking, welcome to my circus. It's scorching hot. This circus is a madhouse. You're going to want to use turf jump and gliding at the same time. Believe me, it's not easy. This one you don't need a turf jump for, and you can basically flap your wings and get over there. The game is basically checking to see if you actually have all the necessary skills. Otherwise, you'll never get up to the other side and cross. Believe me when I say this, it's not easy to do so. You can stall in midair by clapping, but if you don't have anything to stall in midair, you're in trouble. So let's go fire, and let's go flap, 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 glide, and ha. Now, turf jump will not cancel any of your movement going upward, and these ones are different. They spin. Isn't that conveniently annoying, isn't it? Thankfully, though, if you time it right, you will not get hit at all, and you'll be good. You want to grab a piece of terrain with you on your way up here. The game doesn't explain it much, and honestly, I'd recommend doing so unless you don't want a balloon. And there you go. The balloon itself, you need to use turf jump to get to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Ow, okay. Ow, okay. I never really had an easy time with that one, believe me, and believe me when I say this, you will likely hurt yourself a lot more on this stage than you may appear to be, because it just generally is like that, I guess. I don't know why I'm saying I guess, but to be honest, it's one of those things that I do not care for. This one's different. Yep, it's spinning. Now, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, and go. Be careful of your height, make sure you actually make the jump, and you'll be good to go flying across. You're going to want to keep using this and keep this actually with you at all times. This one is a bit screwy. Now, let's go and glide down here, and let's glide over this way. Yes, indeed. I'm not going to worry about clapping. I need the turf jump terrain just in case for later. Just in case. You know, as all they say, you need to have readiness for it. Now, let go and let glide again before you actually start letting go too long and going through the heat in the circus. This is a mad circus, in fact, and in fact, you can actually go over here and hop. One constructone here. You are just sitting here waiting. Good job, you two. Watching you glide all the way here after getting lunch from a cannon. So exciting. It puts us in the mood to build. Yep, it's time we brush the dust off. We're rock and rolling over to center stage to build a barrel cannon. Your objective is basically build the barrel cannon to get it across. It's simple and straightforward when you think about it. So arriving Sizzle Wing Circus is the first one you're going to be dealing with, and believe me when I say this, before you head off, go to the right, because as you see, there's a barrel cannon. This one will lead you to another one of those challenges. Now, this one has a strict timing when it comes down to its hidden banana. Alright, so by going this way, you want to get some dirt, grab some dirt, and get across all the way up to the top, and then you want to grab a piece of dirt in order to get up to there and get to a barrel cannon. You do not want to glide. Flutter is your friend here. And then glide, 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 glide. Flutter, flutter, flutter. Wait, and jump, jump, and get up to the top. You're good to go. Timing is everything about that one. Face the fire and lasers. All right, let's go and get ourselves back to center stage. Thankfully, though, barrel cannons are created just for that purpose. I really can't say much when I'm firing myself out of a cannon that goes Mach 2. Or rather, not Mach 2, Mach 0. It always happens like that. Yeah, the one thing I don't really like about the Bananza rehearsal is the fact that it takes forever out of a barrel cannon, above all things, but fire your eggs at this dang enemy, because guess what? You can actually get yourself access to the balloon. Before you ask, yes, it takes a while before your eggs your turn. There we go. Got a balloon, and this dang annoying pest is now dead. Ha ha ha. There we go. Free gold is always good. Gold is good. Greed is good. All right, let's go and flutter across and fly back around. Still doesn't understand the logic of the fact that ostriches can fly in this game when, actually speaking, they're flightless birds. We'll never know. We'll never know indeed. Maybe the ones underground got the ability to fly, and the ones above ground, oh, that sucks to be them. Yeah, to be fair, though, the one in Donkey Kong Country, ironically enough, does not have the ability to fly either, so it's basically a runner. Hello, and pout, pout. And there it goes, Goo Gum. Oh, great. Bouncing, 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 bouncing. There you go, bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Bouncing, 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 bouncing. Get across, bouncing, bouncing, get across, and bounce. Time for takeoff for another one of these bounce houses. Now, this one has the same thing you had before. This time it's going to be all about bouncing and timing. You can bounce on them and reset your timer when you're gliding. Believe me, it's very useful. But I would say this is probably one of the most annoying things. This park is probably one of the things you're going to be struggling with the most. They can dive bunch of bounce high in the air. You're going to have to do this. Believe me when I say this. You're going to have to bounce off an enemy. Yes, the enemies also have bouncing enemies. Yes, it is like that entirely. And guess what? They will summon more of these guys. Thankfully, though, for my sanity, I don't have to worry about them too much. You won't make this one. You have to jump and hit the actual Crocoroid, and you'll be good. Munchoids are back again. And this time, guess what? Their segments are bounce. Now do a dive punch, jump across, and the next one will pop up, and then wait for it, bounce. And then wait, and flutter. There we go. And then you get across. There is more bouncing on this. Okay. My nose decided to mess with me. I don't know why it does that. Never really understand it, but okay, whatever. Let's go across the bouncing on these dang trapezoids, and we'll be able to get across normally. Now, let's go and bounce on this. Hey. Okay, there we go. Technically speaking, you can dupe them to get across the areas that you couldn't get to before, and believe me, it is easy. But this one is actually going to require you to do a little bit of finessing. Unfortunately for me. You cannot lure them, by the way, in case you're wondering. It's not possible. So you're going to have to do something a bit more creative. You can do that, but it's not going to make it. You're going to have to actually trick these guys to get across. Hey, buddy, how's it going? Come here. Come here, bozo. Come here, bozo. Come on. Come over here. That's a good bozo. Yes, you're right here, buddy. Hi, buddy. Oh, buddy. And get across and then bounce. You can bounce on him and then flutter across. Believe me, it's not hard, but man, is the timing strict. Bounce with the egg, and then you'll be good to go and get the balloon. However, you're likely going to burn yourself and hurt yourself repeatedly with the electricity. It happens a lot. And because you hurt yourself, you're getting stunned for it. It's not fun. Hey. Well, we got to wait a little bit. And then bounce on these guys again in order to get across. Now, this one's going to be a bit of an oddie. As you see, these guys are, well, hanging by the wall. You best got to dupe them in order to make them go into a direction that's easy to climb down and drop down to. Yes, I am not joking. It's one of these puzzles. It's weird, it's crazy, but it happens. And there we go. Bounce again, and now I can get across, and I can finally glide up here entirely. Guess what? They're back at it again. Yeah, I'm not joking. The timing on this is very, 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 very annoying. Technically speaking, I can actually trick these guys to get across. Ironically enough, you can dupe them in order to actually make a pathway for you to do it. It's not exactly hard. It does take some more time, though, on the clock, but it's fine. It's entirely fine. You really just need to take as much time as you need for this one entirely. This one is a bit screwy, though. Okay, there we go. This one, you're going to have to go over here and then bounce on the side of it in order to get across and up to the top. It's not easy. Believe me when I say this. If you bounce wrong, you will fall downward to the bottom. It's not fun. I really will stress out right. I have fallen to the bottom before. Never easy. And then immediately flutter over and you can get across to get past the electricity. Alright, we're all done and we can finally get that banana that we richly deserve. There we go. The bounce goes on. If anything rubbery terrain, you can do anything. Let us go and get ourselves that Fractone, who has the cannon for us. Well done, you two. Watching you back to the rubber right into a glide. So thrilling. Let's place us into a mood to build. No more sitting around here gathering moss. Time for another barrel cannon to the center. Bounded by Bouncy Bounce Park. Alright, we're finally free. We can now finally go into the sideshow and even get another banana in question. The only reason I suggested doing this one after Zebra is because Zebra is so short. Alright, this one is tricky. You wanna know why? One of these things is false. You can check the false ones by just using the egg bombs in order to do so. Extremely simple to do so, but as you see, it does not matter. You're gonna have to make sure you're good at the timing and finding out where they are. Believe me when I say this, I've never really liked this one, and really, these octoids can go die in a ditch. Thankfully, though, for my sanity, we managed to actually get the banana in question and not have to worry about the peak at the peak. Alright, that one, I honestly say, alright, I get stuck getting sucked out of the life out of me when it comes to those guys. Contacts. Funny. Now we're at least out of there, and we can actually finally go across normally. Only one more balloon left to go, and we can finally be done with all the balloons. On the Tower of Turbulence. Ironically enough, it's just barely not high enough to actually make it. Even Turf Jump will never let you make it entirely. Even you keep it terrain to get all the way up there. So, yeah, you needed the barrel cannons for this. And trust me when I say this, it's not easy. It really isn't. However, if you turn around, as you see, there is something over here. You want to actually head over this island that has lava in it. Believe me, it is one of those things. Those are, well, boom bombs, once again, that can be blown up. Aim for the center one in particular, because that one blowing up actually leads you to a banana. There we go. Hello, banana. You are now mine. Yes. Simmering in the lava pool. Another skill point down. More to go. Pop. Ah, there we go. Let's go and fly down to the bottom. Very good. The next one is possibly one of the ones that I don't really like that much. Now, as you see, there is something down below I didn't check out before, as you see. It has goo gum on the side, weirdly enough. You can actually check this. We can actually go and check it out if we want to. Ironically enough, it's one of the weirder things you can check out. Technically speaking, you can glide over there easily. It does not matter, but there's also a banana in question, as you see. Yes, this is one of the ones I'd never really liked all that much. I don't know why I flew all the way over there. But as soon as you land, it took me to the wrong spot. Weird. Weird, I know. Now, what the game is not telling you is the fact that you can dupe the guy to go to the side. Now, ironically enough, I never really liked this one. There we go. Come here. Now, we're going to actually use this as a platform for us because I can throw the eggs there and make a platform over there. And once you do that, you can actually go ahead and throw the eggs there. And then you can make a pathway downward immediately. It's very simple, straightforward. Okay. Okay. There. Taking the low road is a hidden banana. Now, since we did that hidden banana, I'm curious. You are also curious, probably. Is there a hidden banana on the other one? Well, maybe. We have not checked that one yet and again. You can also check to see how many bananas you have in the stage, by the way, if you hold down something buttons, but you can't do that right now. Let's go and check out to see if there's any hidden bananas on the side of this area, because, I don't know, a little too secret, wouldn't you say? Nope, nothing. By the way, in case you're wondering if this ice has had anything in for you, I may be a bearer of bad news, but the ice has nothing for you at the bottom. I have tried repeatedly looking for anything in the ice. It is 100% hilarious how deep you can go down here. As you see, you can see that there is nothing of interest. Honestly. Okay. You know what? You know what, game? You know what? Okay, game. Okay. Game. There we go. We can finally get across and up back again. I was trying to see if there's anything hidden there. Thankfully, there is nothing, and so I don't have to worry about that again. If I miss a banana, I will likely go back inside and grab the banana in question. And guess what? We still have 1 billion more gold to go before we'll ever get access to that dang last of the Grumpy Kong's thing. Man, that's going to be a heck and a long adventure for me. More apples just in case. Tower of Turbulence. The Elder awaits your arrival. This is the last one. This one is a doozy. Big, big doozy. Be careful of your timing. Do not get hit by the actual lava balls. Otherwise, you lose all forward momentum in your glide and you will fall. Believe me, I've had it happen way too many times. Aim for the middle, you'll be good to go. Okay. Shabaya. Okay, we're good. I did not mean to do that, but it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can actually get across normally. Ironically enough, you can actually throw the egg bombs in the correct spot. You can actually hit them. But I never really liked it that much. And the balloon itself is in a very bad spot. Get it by these guys at all. There's a combination of cannons and these things. Ugh. Why? Why in the world do they always like this? Ow! Dang it, DK! Yes, if you try to float it back up again, guess what? If you mash it too much, that happens again. And believe me, it's not fun. Yes, you technically can cheese it by going up to the top. It's easy to do, but I would not recommend it because lasers will also potentially hit you. That is at least 5 and 8 times I've gotten hit by these dang birds. I hate you birds. Just let me get the balloon in peace. Thank you.
Great job!
I can finally go with Ostrich Bananza, get this thing out of here. Sheesh. You guys are obnoxious. No wonder both of the aggravating ones were at the very end of the second one. Why is the second layer is always the option? Hey, funny. The optional ones give me the grief. Whatever. Let's go and actually go back and leave. Good grief. Your Ostrich Bananza rehearsal is done. Now shake up those tail feathers and wake up.
Great job, DK! But I still haven't come up with a new song. I thought some deep breathing might help bring on some inspiration. So I tried to take some big breaths during the breaks in the song. Inspiration was nowhere in sight, but I'm pretty sure I improved my breath control.
Ostrich Bananza Golden Skull is now available, and you can also get the ancient record in case you need to destroy anything in the game.
Well, how about we pay another elder a visit?
Alright, before you're asking, I know anyone's gonna ask, can it destroy the dang purple ones that are indestructible? No. Just letting you all know right now, those are indestructible by nature, by all definitions. So, yes, it cannot destroy anything. So, yeah, it is one of those things that I don't like. I think the Ostrich Bananza likely is, like, still, like, bad of the pack. It's nowhere near as good. But it's nothing as bad as, say, dang Zebra Bananza, where you're stressing just to get to the end. My stress was mostly because I was trying to get a balloon, which is not entirely necessary, with the exception of needing 100% in the game. Finally at the Tempest Lair, and with all that taken care of and done, I think we're gonna stop here today. Next time on Donkey Kong Bonanza, we will be doing the Elder's Rehearsal with the Elephant and Snake. See you all next time.